All right, everybody, welcome to the newest name in progress as I switch to the right screen. We definitely want to thank you. We want to remind you that this show is brought to you by viewers like yourselves and listeners like yourself, for those of us joining us in the pod realm. And you're always welcome to join us on our live stream at the Dedicard Twitch channel. Always happy to have you guys there. We did have one thing, and I totally forgot to write down the name of the gentleman. He joined us when we were doing our live stream for leveling up on, what was that? That was up in McKeb. I almost forgot to grab that, so let me grab that email real quick. But we did have a contributor this week, and I wanted to make sure we thanked him on this and our other podcast, because it is very important that we share that with you guys. Let me pull that up.
Was that when
it is.
Was that when I was running with you?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Justin Swearingen.
Name sounds
All right,
familiar.
Justin, I'm going to screw up your last name.
That name sounds totally familiar. I think I went to high school with him.
But Justin was nice enough to contribute to the podcast. And of course, as you guys know, that helps keep the doors open as best they can, and of course, allow us to slowly but surely increase the quality of our videos as well as our recording environments. As you can tell, sort of, all of us have green screens and varied lighting for each, so all of our screens aren't perfect, but they're a hell of a lot closer than they used to be. Kevin at one point was the only person who had a green screen. Lanyard got one from Kevin. Kevin got a gigantic board and painted it greenish, and I just got mine from the guys at Tube Tape. But as you can see, like I said, we've got our co-hosts Lanyard and Whitesword. How you guys doing this week?
Doing good, doing good. How about yourself, Kevin? How you doing? Are you alive over there?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just made a post on the Whitesword channel about coming to watch this live, and it prompted me, hey, if you pay $15, we'll promote it even more so more people see it. So I'm not gonna pay $15.
Oh, but Kevin, $15 is a small price to pay for them to promote your shit. No, so we did have a couple of shout-outs on the last video that we posted on Kevin's channel, and I did respond to a few of them. Not all of them were, as far as what I responded to. It did say that Shiny Side said that there was a problem with the video this week, cutting out after 30 minutes.
I played it through. I didn't see it cut out. Now it would cut out on my mobile phone, but that's because it's my mobile phone. So.
I didn't see it cut out, but I saw at the 31 mark, everything went fuzzy on me, and then it kind of went back to little.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was no big deal.
And my video seems to be choppy, and I don't know why. It's transmitting higher than it's supposed to. That's weird. Hopefully the audio is okay, though, guys. I do apologize if it's not.
You did get Pamela running, right?
Pamela, it has been running since the start of the call.
Just making sure. That was the one thing you didn't mention while we were setting up, and I was going to make sure that...
Oh, it's getting to the automated port now. It's just setting up all the green screens that screwed with me today.
Yeah.
And of course, let's see. Dragonos said, great show, peeps. A game suggestion was WildStar Online. I did look at that one a little bit. I don't know that if I'd jump in that one for sure. Mick Blemon said, I'm sorry, but War Thunder isn't identical to World of Plains at all. Everything is about it is different, and that War Thunder plays a lot better. So that guy definitely disagrees with you there, Lanny.
Mm-hmm. Well, I made a very brief, kind of a noobish starter comparison video on my YouTube channel, and admittedly, I think I admitted this last. I didn't play much of War Thunder. What I did play, I noticed was a lot the same. But when I played them side by side, there is a great difference. I personally like Warplanes better, but again, also like I said in the video, to each his own. If somebody's gonna like the other video or the other game better than whatever. So.
Definitely. And I mean, I've played both of them, or I've played War Thunder. I've still yet to download World of Plains. But I'm thinking if I'm going to play anything with a plane in it, I might end up having to buy a joystick.
Yeah.
Or, a little...
I say we all get Battlefield 1942 and play that.
The old school
That's got
one?
planes.
The core
Yeah,
one?
it's got planes, it's got tanks, it's got infantry. It's all those games, and it's got submarines.
Yeah, that's submarines.
We don't need to do World of Tanks, World of Planes, World of Submarines, World of Ships. We got 1942.
That's why I play Battlefield 3.
But it doesn't have submarines.
That would be weird.
and then AMP. Sand sharks again, huh? You could be sand shark submarines.
Yeah.
All right, and then AMP, of course, had some suggestions for movies. I actually did. I did go through and respond to him at one point, but he says some movie suggestions: Jaws 3D, Blue Thunder, Zardoz, Troll 2, Swamp Thing, Existence, Cherry 2000, which I've never heard of.
Oh my God, Cherry 2000 is an awesome movie.
Okay.
God, now I'm scared.
What? It's about a guy who's in love with his robot, goes to bang her, the fucking soap gets in her, she malfunctions, he's now on a mission to find another Cherry 2000, and then finds love.
Oh my God.
That is an awesome sci-fi. It's got some Thunderdome-ness and some crazy over-the-topness. It is a great movie.
I think we know what Kevin's going to try to see is if it's on live.
It already is. I watched it a couple months ago for Film Sack.
Oh God! And then a movie I'm pretty sure Kevin's tried to get me to watch, which was Bubba Hotep.
The fuck is that?
Oh, it's an Egyptian Elvis
Trailer Park
movie. It's a really it's apparently considered a cult film because it was so terrible. But yeah,
I don't like the idea just because it's terrible. It's cult.
Yeah, I don't.
Well,
I don't see
it's
that either.
campy. It's low budget. It fits. I mean, there's a lot of movies that are cult, but cult it just means that it has a following that wasn't box office in most cases. One movie that I'm a big, or two movies that he had in here that I'm a big fan of. The first one was Repo: The Genetic Opera, which if you haven't seen is fucking excellent.
Okay.
I'm hoping you were going to say the second one is Jaws 3D.
No, the second one's his last suggestion. His next to last suggestion was Barbarella. Anyone not remember that Double D?
Barbarella is awesome. We should totally put that on our list.
film?
I love Barbarella. And put Barbarella and then Buck Rogers right after it. Yeah. Those
Okay.
are great. Play them back to back and then do comparison.
Barbarella was, if I remember correctly, oh no, that was Barbed Wire. My bad.
Oh.
I'm thinking.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Totally different film, dude.
Yeah, with what's her name and her big hooters.
It took me a second because I'm like Barbarella, and I was like, wait, no, that was Barbed Wire. Yeah, fuck it. And the last movie, which is I'm a big fan of, which was Deep Impact.
I love Deep
Impact.
Impact.
That's not too bad.
I liked it more than Armageddon.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
No, I liked it better than Armageddon. It was a people story as opposed to a hero story. Like the people that were going, there was no like, oh, let's save the planet, blah. It was just like we're gonna buckle down and survive this, and you got to enjoy the story of the people that got to survive, as opposed to the heroes that went up on the asteroid and attempted to do jack shit.
Yeah, I felt more connected with the people in the story as a movie went than I did with the astronauts. And I fucking hate that song because of that movie, because they played it so goddamn much.
Oh yeah.
Leaving on a jet plane.
Not that one. The one from.
The other.
It wasn't even in that movie.
Yes, it was. Gosh.
Yeah, he was singing it to her.
Yeah, they sang it. They sang it when they were before they left to go to the spaceship. Ben Affleck sang it to Big Lips chick, Liz Tyler.
Liz Tyler, one of the most beautiful elves ever.
Yes, amen to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but no, you're thinking if it wasn't Leaving on a Jet Plane. You're thinking the I don't want to close my eyes.
Yeah. Her dad's.
I want to close my eyes. Yep, that one.
Yeah.
And he said, but additionally he says, love the show, guys. Tried to tried viewing, but the stupid Twitch bug wouldn't let me find the channel, and gave me the whole doesn't exist thing, which I've actually had happen before.
Yep.
Me too.
Yep.
Let's see. Carnauter said he said I disliked the change to follow. I was a 5 boxer, and now I just do one account. It actually turned out better, and
I think he's talking about the World of Tanks thing.
No,
he's talking about the multi-bot.
Gotcha.
They turned off the follow in.
Yeah, that's right.
The battlegrounds.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the very first poster was Tooth Wiggler, who said "woot woot."
First.
So that covers all of our comments, our shout-outs, and everything. Remember, guys, if you do want to become a supporter of the show beyond just watching, feel free to pop over to the nameinprogress1.podomatic.com site and click on the donate link. Any donations are appreciated, and of course, we'll shout you out on both shows for the support. Getting into our week, guys. Kevin, what'd you do this week, bro?
I played some World of Tanks. It's a 5 times week thing going on. Weekend.
Yeah, so it's
I got some tank with a fucking barrel like this fucking long.
Nice.
Which pretty much one shot kills everybody. So I pretty much like this tank. So that's and it's an anti-tank one. So it's one I can just go hide in the background and just
artillery.
Yeah. And you know what? I loaded up some SimCity. I was playing a little bit of that and noticed that none of us had really logged in a month. So I just abandoned everything.
Right.
And got the new DLC, the new Nissan electric car DLC, which was free. So go get your electric car DLC. Adds electricity to your city. Of course, playing Minecraft, working on my tower, and doing my dailies in WoW. Loaded up and was playing a lot of Skyrim. Like I said a couple weeks ago, my coworker made this mage character, so I've been running around with my mage character just trying to kill everything. And I've decided that I have another account or another character that I had transferred from my Xbox over. I'm going to go in, I'm going to kill everybody, and then I'm just going to delete the character. Lanyard, what are you doing?
He's screwing with his lights. He's dying over there.
Oh, like the first episode I did where I was all purple and...
Yeah. Oh my god, it's so hot.
So I'm going to go through, kill everybody in town just to delete the account, because they added with the with one of the DLCs, they added the vampire stuff to it, and so anytime you come out of a town, you got fucking vampires. They killed everybody in the town that I love, so that really, really bothered me more than I thought it would, because he was my main guy I would sell everything to.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go in there, kill him, kill my wife, because I'm tired of her telling me, I'm so glad you brought back the claw. Bitch, I brought back that claw 6 years ago, and you're still fucking talking about it. Where's my goddamn meal?
Right.
So this time I'm going to try to marry the trader chick, get her some tusks, and wear my... Well, she wants a tusk, so she can be a trader. But I got to wear my medallion of, sexiness or some shit. I don't know. So she's like, it's always nice when you're around, because that's the cue to hook her up and be like, hey, baby. I've also been playing some Dead Space 3, kind of going through that a little slowly. Actually, me and my nephew have been playing that. Been trading off and on playing that. He's really liking it. That was the free game I got for buying my SimCity. And I'm really tempted to buy SimCity 4. I don't know what it is about SimCity 5. I really like it. I really like the idea behind it. It's just that not enough space.
Yeah. And
it's just broken. And it's just like until they get it fixed.
It does need to have a lot more
room.
Yeah.
Supposedly that's going to be in this new big update. Who knows? But really, you
can see that because there's a lot of empty space around your square. So I can see that.
Well, and it's like people are coming out, and I love that all the people are finding all the codes. It's like, hey, you could have totally done this. You could have done this. Why you've been lying to us?
Yeah.
Here it is in your own code that says you could do this.
Yeah.
I understand they were trying to make it a multiplayer thing because everybody wants some kind of multiplayer thing. But a game like that needs to be a single-player game.
Well,
I shouldn't have to rely.
Be single with the option of having multiplayer.
Well, and it's like I logged in today, and all your criminals were in my town, causing me to have traffic backup, and I'm like, this guy hasn't logged on in a month. SAS hasn't logged on in a month. I've got all their traffic. So then the thing was like, okay, I finally had everything worked out. Everybody was positive. I was getting $5,000. I was like, I got to go to the bank, cash my check, come back. My fucking town is being overrun by zombies. I'm negative money. Everybody hates me. All the houses are on fire. I'm like, I was gone 10 minutes. So I like the game. It's that you get to a point where everything is just perfect, then you're like, now what do? I don't want to just sit here and be like, oh look, I made another $2,000.
Yeah, it's one of those games where it's like, it's fun.
Well, and I did what you suggested, and I went into sandbox mode, and I started goofing off with some of the stuff.
Yeah.
Where I wanted to see how long it would take to build like a technologies thing. To do a technology, it took up a whole bunch of room that wouldn't have been available to me because of the restriction in the space. So, other than that, I mean, I like the game. It's just the little things like that that just were so frustrating with it.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. But anyways, that's my week.
That's cool, man. That's cool. So are you kind of falling out? Are you falling out of favor with the new SimCity, or are you just going to need to take a real break?
I like the beginning part. I love the whole building the thing. I love making this. Like, I go online and I look up like road maps to different things, and I like to copy them if I can. And I like the whole process of building and just seeing it get all built up, and then it's like, okay, I'm done. Delete, start over. But then that's another thing. You can't. If you abandon something and then somebody comes in, they pick up right where I left off. So they have all my towns.
Right.
All
and
that
they have to fix anything that you left. Whatever.
Yeah.
So it's just it's the fact that the city is overly persistent that drives you nuts.
Well, no, it's that I don't have enough room to expand and do more stuff. Like, I'm literally stuck in this little tiny box, and I want to keep playing, but I can't because I can't go out farther.
Oh, okay.
If I could go out farther and add more stuff.
So like a bigger map per the server.
Well, yeah, and then you get to a point where your buildings start needing more power, but then you have no room for power stuff because if you do like wind, you got wind things everywhere, and those take up a lot of room.
Right.
And then
you need a rather large wind farm in most of the sim games just to power the same size city one nuclear plant does, but then the quality of life goes to shit.
Right. Well, that and the other thing is just like, well, it's a game, so obviously the amount of you're getting a lot more juice out of the little bit of the one windmill than you would in real life, because you would need basically the entire city full of windmills to run the next door town. So.
Well, then you get to a point where you have no more room and you need more power. Your windmill just isn't cutting it.
Right.
You have it maxed all out.
So then you buy power from your neighbor.
If you got a neighbor that's doing power.
Right. If you have a neighbor that has a whole bunch of power left over. Yeah. So.
That's what I tried to do on ours. I wanted to try to set up that.
Don't buy any from me. I'm running windmills.
Oh no! Well, no. I wanted to try to set up a solar whatever they call that where you could all work together and build one thing.
Oh, the big solar thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to like see. Okay, let's see. Can I do this with my two cities? Maybe just fund this whole thing. And my other city was just trash. It was garbage. Everything was on fire, and I was just like, "Fuck it. I'm done."
Nice. Nice.
All right. Well, Lanyard, what were you up on? I know you were busy, had the whole week off, tons of relaxation time.
Yeah, I'm actually ready to go back to work. Because it's just been like, bleh. And I apologize about my terrible shadow that I cannot get rid of, so...
Yeah, nor can I.
Yeah,
I've tried.
I mean, I've tried everything I can. I can't get rid of that fucking shadow. So it's just going to be that way. Sorry.
It's that pasty white complexion, bro. You need a tan.
It's the fact that I have... I mean, green screen is really fun, as long as you have 65 megawatt lights going everywhere.
Yeah, I got it here.
Yeah, you gotta have
here.
it from every point. No, I mean you have to have it to where you've got a small room, so that one light lights up the whole room.
I know, it's awesome.
Kevin has
kitchen
5 lights.
Yeah, pretty much
5 lights. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 lights, and I cannot get it to light up everything. It's just anyway. My week, I did a lot.
If it makes you feel any better, I've got a lot of boob sweat going on thanks to my.
Yeah, I know. That's another thing. This lamp right fucking here is like I'm gonna have bloodshot eye, and that's the one that's supposed to be working. I mean, if I put it like that, it's less shadow. Maybe if I turn it off, let's see how bad that goes. Let's see how bad that fucks you up. Oh yeah, now I'm all scattery. Anyway, so my week.
Actually, that made you better for my video, although it's choppy thanks to the bit rate, but whatever.
My week consisted of a lot of World of Tanks this weekend because they had the 2-year anniversary. So they're doing 5 times experience and credits for the first win of the day. After that, it's the normal.
Do you think we'll get a tank, like a special 2-year tank for playing?
No, they were doing a live stream, 24 hours a day, just constant live stream, and they were giving away all sorts of prizes on the live stream. So if you were a follower on the live stream on Twitch, if you were a follower on their Twitter account, if you were a follower on their Facebook account, you had a random chance of getting some prize, and they had pretty good prizes. I mean, they were giving away gold all the time. So, and the gold people were most of the people on the Twitch feed. Anybody in the chat, they just scroll through chat, pick a name, and give them like 2,500 gold, which was cool. And then they had they gave away Razer headsets like what Dad has. They gave away Razer mice. They gave away an NVIDIA 660 Ti video card. They were giving away tanks. They were giving away all sorts of stuff. And then during this 2-year weekend, they are temporarily bringing back the Type 62, I think it was, and another tank that was on the gold market for a while, and they took them off. But the only way you can get them is to go through their website, and these are not cheap tanks.
Weren't they $60?
Yeah, it's a tank plus. It was a tank plus I think 25. Tank plus 2,500 gold plus 6 million credits plus 5 plus 5 heavy med packs and 5 heavy repair kits.
McMuffins.
So I mean, you got a lot of shit, but it was $60, and I was staring at it going, no,
don't do it. You could buy a whole other game for that.
Exactly, and I was like, nah, I'm not doing it. But you know, I could have really used the credits because I've got several tanks that are experienced out. In other words, I've got the experience to where I can get the next tank, but I don't have the credit. I can't buy the damn things. So, but I did that.
Sucks.
I played Lanyard. I got it. I won everything on that. I played Mayo. I won every tank on that. I played Suiza. I won every tank on that. And I decided to make a 4th account.
What?
So I made
what?
I made a 4th account, which means I had to go. I used up all my emails that I have on a regular basis.
Oh my God.
So I actually had to go create an email just to.
I think I can give you a Sith Talk email if you want.
I was gonna use it, but I figured no.
No, I mean like Lanyard at SithTalk.com or something.
So I went ahead and I made another account. I'm just on her. Her or him. It doesn't matter if it's a girl or a boy. All I'm doing. It's a tank. All I am doing with that account is artillery. Straight up, only doing artillery. So I got out of the starters and got our artilleries, and that's all. I don't keep telling it she. That's all that account is doing. It's called.
Are you adding a sex to your
I do that.
Now?
Well, the reason why I do that is because one of my accounts is Suiza. So when I say Suiza, all my Suiza characters are females. So I just say she. Anyway, but this one is called Pain Drops. Because everything I could think of for artillery was already taken. You know, I was thinking of Death Rain. Well, that was taken, obviously. Metal Rain taken already. Death Drop taken already. I was like, okay. So when I put in
Death from Above?
Death from Above, already taken. So Pain Drops instead of Raindrops is the name of that one. I played that one until I maxed out. And of course, there's only Americans, Germans, Russians, and the French have artillery. So Chinese and the Brits don't have artillery. So at least it saves me two. So anyway, so I did that, and then I played a bunch of WoW. I got Suiza up to level 27. Went and tanked my first ever tanking, real life tanking on WoW, and went in. Of course, she's a paladin, so cake. And it was 3 back to back fucking Nomergar. And luckily, you know, they've got it so where you can shortcut the hell out of it now.
Jump down, move to the
yeah,
left.
jump down, kill the goo, move around, go straight through, hit the first boss on there, jump down, straight through, final boss, done. So, luckily they've done that. Now, normally I'm not a shortcut person. I like to do the whole dungeon. I mean, there's like 8 freaking quests in there we could have got that we didn't do. But the first round we went through, they were already halfway through it, so I jumped in late. The second time we went through it, nobody's gonna fucking do it. So you have to get a group that wants to do it.
Well, I got a character around that level. We can run together if you want.
Well, that's fine, but we got to find 3 other people that want to actually do the whole freaking thing. Not that I want to,
tank.
because Nomagar is one of those places they didn't really change, other than they gave you some chutes to jump with. I mean, that's it. And then
some of the quests are a little weird because they're like, go way over here, then come over here, and then go over there.
Yeah, or the stupid one with the crust covered gym where you got to go back and clean it, and then I can never remember how to get there, and it's. But anyway,
I get lost and turned around in there if I turn the wrong.
Well, luckily Carbonite, the mapping add-on that I use, has got better maps for Normagar now, and so it's easier to follow. But anyway, so then and then I went and I hadn't done Ragefire yet because it was a lower quest that I picked up, and of course it's not on my random because now I'm too big for it. So I went and just soloed it. So I walk in there and holy crap! Now you gotta understand, guys. I haven't played in like 2 years. I go in there and it's completely different. They got they got flame dogs now, and there's a big gigantic lava snake that comes out of the pits, and I was like, wow, this is completely different. The only thing is they took a lot of stuff out and didn't put anything in there. So like where you used to go up and get the rescue the fallen Tauren.
Oh yeah.
That's completely empty. There's nothing up there. You used to go around the backside when you first came in and got the first boss, and then you go around to the left and you go way in the back, and there used to be a random boss back there. Every now and then it would show up. That's empty. Of course, the first.
Wait till you hit SM. They changed that too.
Well, I know
they combined it. They combined graveyards and library and cathedral and graveyards and something else. They combined a bunch of them.
And they shortened them up too, didn't they?
Yeah. Well, they're a little longer, but they just combined them both, so they're still pretty decent.
You can only shorten so much on some of those. I mean, some of them are pretty damn short. I mean, the cathedral was like walk in and there's the cathedral. So
yeah.
Well, that's cool. I mean, I guess whatever.
Did you get the shield out of SM?
I haven't done SM yet.
I mean, not SM, but Shadowfang Keep. There's a really good tanking shield in there that lasts you a while.
I haven't done SFK yet either. Although I want to, because now, unless they've changed it since the end of Lich King, because the end of Cataclysm.
It's full of plague people now.
Well, because see, the last time I did it, it was the original time. It was the original way. You know, you had some stuff in there, and you had a couple of the old Worgen in there. And
they're all gone.
And then the new one came out, and it was all Worgen and some undead guy with pistols in the background. In the final boss.
He's there. Yeah.
Okay, so they haven't changed it since then. That was the last time I did it. But
I know you don't want to be power level, and you're trying to go through all that. But if you ever want to, just let me know. I'll get on. I'm power level.
Oh, I'm not power leveling anything on her. I'm just. I mean, I went through and I did all of the Blood Elf stuff. Okay, up to where it sent me to Ogremeyer. And I got the quest to go to Ogremeyer and talk to, I want to say Thrall, but it's not Thrall.
Hellscream.
Hellscream. So, and I stopped there. I didn't actually go to Ogremeyer. So I was in Undercity to turn in the stuff for Sylvanas. And so then I said, well, fuck it, I'm going to level up my cooking, and since the only place there are wolf steaks is in Undercity, or not Undercity, but outside of Undercity. So I went ahead and I was going to go kill those. I was walking around killing them. I was like, I might as well just do the fucking quests, you know. So I went ahead and I started picking up all the quests for the undead, and did all of that area, Trisfall Glades or whatever it's called, and then moved on and went and did the one
the Silver Pine Forest.
Silver Pine. Went and did Silver Pine, which is completely different from the last time I did it. I mean, it was totally different. When I did it, I know they changed it once when Worgen were you know what? Screw it. Don't even bother with it. I'm just gonna go green screen straight. Because my camera just keeps fucking up. I get light changes all the damn time through here, so it's gonna be sparkling. Fuck it.
I love you, Lanyard, but you're freak out.
I don't even fucking care. It looks like absolute shit, and I don't give a shit. It looks fine for you guys. Cool.
You were in Silverpine Forest.
So,
it
yeah.
was completely different.
They changed Silverpine. I remember they changed Silverpine because the undead were attacking Gilneas.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember all that part, but we were outside of Gilneas. We were still in Silverpine Forest against the walls. And Gilneas, the ruins of Gilneas and the Gilneas city were virtually empty unless you played a Worgen or did the I guess there was a war zone in there or something.
Yeah, battleground.
And so I knew that. Well, I went through and did Silverpine again, and now the undead have gotten past and they're into the they're actually in the ruins of Gilneas, and you actually go into Gilneas with quests. And I was like, wow, this is really kind of cool. So we've actually moved forward and getting rid of the doggies, and which was cool. But then you came over and you said, well, I'm here, there's nothing here. And then I realized it's phased. So you have to actually be doing the quests to see all that. That's why I suggested you go back and do it. It's a really good story. So I did all.
That's what I was telling you. You should start out with an actual undead character and go through that whole the way they redid the undead storyline was really good. Because now she has the Valkyrie. Yeah, Savannah says it's really good the way they do it. You don't just wake up and before it's like they fucking pull you up. You join now.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, because see, I saw the Valkyrie where she was part of the mission was to you went and killed a bunch of people so she could raise them up. And that was part of the missions. I went and started. I was actually able to start with a quest in the undead starting area, right at the fence. I was able to pick that quest up and go straight to go from there. And then I went over to Ogremeyer and went over to the where the orcs and the trolls start, and went in there thinking, just like anything else, unless I'm an orc or a troll, I'm not going to get any of these quests. Nope, I was able to get all the quests for the starters, so I was getting level 1 quests, which was crazy. And then I just went through and did all that, and I got all the way back and did all the stuff there, and I did stuff for the trolls over there on their little island, and then I went over and I did the one for the little goblin that's standing there where you go kill the flying things and collect the eggs and whatnot, and then got all the way back up to, so I've done all the starter quests for Trispal, for the undead, all the starter quests for the blood elves, and all the starter quests for the orcs and the trolls. I don't think I'm missing anything other than the goblins, which I can't get into anyway.
And I'd like to point out that Lanyard already has the Lore Keeper title.
I do, and I also have.
But he's doing it on a lowbie, so it's a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little more fun.
And that's what I want to do.
You're a little more powerful, but you're still at that same level.
And I enjoy the low level zones. And I like going back and seeing what they've changed. So I did all that stuff. I can't do the goblins, which kind of ticks me off. I think that means I've got all the races. So now I'm in Ogremeyer and level 27. Speaking of the low level or the titles, I already have Lore Master. I already have the Ambassador or whatever. I already have I already have Seeker, which is 3,000 plus quests completed. So I mean, it's not. And then of course now they've transferred it to all your tunes. So
Jesus.
Yeah. So I've already got all that.
That's
stuff.
one thing I do like as far as the transferable titles. I didn't quite bust my ass like you did to get all the shit you got.
Bored.
But then again, like I was telling you guys before, I got more frustrated with other stuff. But I'll talk about that in my week.
Yeah. So I did that. I did tanks. I did WoW. Oh, and the SWTOR, the Makeb dropped. So we went and I went and started out Makeb with Lanyard, and then I brought Suiza there and did a couple of the initial startup Makeb quests, and then I was starting it on Zuzu. My plan was just to get her there and then go back to Lanyard. But that logged on, and we went just kept going. So we got quite a long ways with that. I know we didn't complete it yet.
No.
I think I stopped at 53
Yeah, you were 53 when we logged off. I actually had to because we were trying to see how much money I could get you you by selling lifts to the Presence Datacron.
That was hilarious. So yeah, so and the first time ever, me and Dat went on a Datacron mission, a hunting mission, and got on the pipes and all sorts of stupid jumps and shit. And it was the first time ever I made it through, and Dat couldn't fucking land on a pipe. So it was the first time ever that's happened.
No, hold on. I landed on the pipe, mother. Listen, I landed on the damn pipe. It was that second jump that was supposed to put you up onto the next pipe or put you next to the crack. And each time I tried to
you'd fall.
Turn my character, I just fall.
Yeah.
It didn't matter what I did.
So
that always frustrated me about that game is the little tiny niches you gotta find.
Yeah.
Oh no, hold on. This isn't the best part. Lanyard, tell them how you got on there securely.
I'm getting there. So right at the edge of the pipe, there's a little broken piece of pipe. It's a little triangle, and it's like sticking out maybe a micron from the other piece of pipe. And I jumped up against because I figured, well, fuck it, from here I'm gonna fall anyway because I had missed the pipe that I was supposed to get on, and I was on the ledge of the big pipe, and couldn't get up to the pipe that I was supposed to get on. So I gotta fall anyway. Either I fall and start over again. So if I don't make this, then fuck it, I gotta start over anyway. So I jump up against the pipe and run, kind of like push forward and jump, and I land on this itty bitty little tiny piece of micron freaking piece, and then just kind of scoop my way over to this wide bit gap and jumped on that wide gap, made it. It was crazy, and so I was like, okay, from here I can jump straight into the pipe and I'm good. And then of course Dat had to go all the way around, and I would force pull him to me. Well, the first time I force pulled him to me, there was nothing for him to land on, and he fell straight down. So he went all the way back around and got on the pipes, and so I backed up a little bit, force pulled him to me. He jumped down the big pipe, got in the big pipe, went over to the other pipe, and there it is. Okay, so I'm up on top, and I was pretty much done, tired anyway, so I was going to log out there anyhow. And Dat had jumped down to kill something or something, and just for shits and giggles, I went ahead and force pulled him. Right? Well, I force pulled him from the ground, where we kept landing anyway, straight up into the pipe. I was like, could have just done this the first fucking time. So then Dat goes, you should charge people for pulling,
I was going to say,
you're
making tons of money.
So, and of course he said it as a joke, and I was like, fuck it. I typed it in chat, not thinking I was going to get anything but a bunch of trolls. And I typed in, force pulls, or pulls to Datacron, 5,000 a pull. Just, 5,000 credits a pull. And I ended up getting like 8 fucking people. I'll do it. I was like, Jesus. So I ended up pulling them over, and they were all pulling me. They all paid me, and
I'll tell you what, I don't know what Datacron it was, but there was one where I would have paid 10,000 to get up because, for the love of God, it was in some city where jump, and there's like this little tiny jump that you've got to just make it. I'm like, oh.
Tatooine was one that I could never make, and I still can't fucking get to Tatooine. So yeah, I mean, and because Dat was still logged on, and it was his idea, I split it with him. But anyway, I made 165,000 credits.
Cha-ching.
Well, you think, okay, 5,000 credits, right? That's A, I'm only pulling people, so it's not like it's a lot of work. B, it wasn't hard to get there. C, 5,000 credits is nothing for a 50, right? So you put it at 5,000, and you're going to get a lot of people. You get a lot of people, that's a lot of 5,000. So
that just adds up. And it's like chunk change in StoryToy, but it adds up to the point where...
So I just sat up there, boink, yoink.
By the end of it, if you stayed there long enough, you could have probably bought the whole fucking... a whole decent set. God, the hell's that guy's name? I can't remember his name. Yeah. Anyways,
so that's what I did. That's what I did this week. Dat.
All right. Well, I got some wild time in. I made my panda. I actually remade a shaman. Chose to do my normal thing and research a name or a combination of names, I should say. So it ended up being Zen Wen or Z Wen.
Zen Wen. That makes sense for a panda.
Z Wen.
Well, hot pepper or something from China.
No, it's Cantonese for
Cantonese?
Beautiful purple lotus.
Wow, Cantonese.
High
tech stuff.
But you know, it worked out really. It was good. I got through the main area, and I was really happy that I finally finished questing over there. And of course, because as a shaman, I had the option of going with a stave or a one hand and a shield. I went the easy route because I intend on playing her as either a lightning caster or as a healer, and went with a stave. And after I got everything done, somebody had said to me, "You know, there's leveling pants now." So now I have to investigate what that's about.
Kevin said it.
I don't know if you know what. Next time you might get on, might have to reinvite you. Did you ever get exalted with Guardians of Silvermoon?
Eons ago, yes.
Okay, so maybe what I'll re-invite you so you can log on and buy all the leveling gear, because I actually just got the guild to 20 not that long ago, which opened up helmets.
Yeah, because I've got a back piece, I've got a chest piece, I've got the weapon, I've got double trinkets. So I really am not missing that much leveling as far as leveling items go. Mm-hmm. But I did play the panda up until the point where I've gotten Hell Scream's reach. I'm trying to remember. There was I want to say I was leveling with Pseudo, possibly, or some maybe else. I don't remember now. But yeah, I went in there. I was just leveling by myself. It threw me off because when you decide what your alignment is, whether it's going to be Alliance or it's going to be the Horde, that one or the other of your panda friends follows you there. And other than a minor bug where we were supposed to go into the arena, it says, you know, it has the arrow pointing me to go into the one room, and I was thinking, I'm not gonna sit there. I'm just gonna wait for the event to start. Apparently, you had to sit down in a chair and literally wait your turn to get into the arena, even though the character you came with is already sitting in the middle. So I'm just trying to jump over the fence, just witching over the fence. Just such a. But I mean, it was a lot of fun. The one thing I did get annoyed with is when I logged onto my hunter, of course, you know, that was my original character, my heart and my love and my joy in World of Warcraft. Even though he sat on the back burner for the longest time, Dadakar was my hunter. He was the original character. I have to have him. I was messing around with that and pulled out my Spirit Beast and had my second spec set up as Beastmaster, and it was really kind of cool to see all the old pets that I had. That I'd totally forgotten about, the ghost bear and the two cats and the wolf that I have. Just a lot of really cool stuff. Oh, thank you for linking that. But, you know, it was really cool to log on to that character. I did log on to my troll, and then was vastly blown away by the fact that my druid looked like an antelope. And apparently that's the newer travel form. For terrestrial, but you can get a glyph. So that you can be a riding mount. And I was like, that's just dirty.
That is so awesome.
Well, the only way they could trump that is if they decided to make the flying site the size of the flying for a flight form larger and allowed for the same thing for flight form, because that
it'll come sooner or later.
Yeah, it just takes enough for him.
Well, and you know what? We already have stuff that turns you into something that somebody can mount you to. So. It'll happen sooner or later. If this was just a minor glyph that they put in, it'll happen where it'll be like you have the option of flying or riding.
Yeah, and of course the other thing was the whole reason I started to hate WoW after Cataclysm, which was I have my treant form back. And granted, it is per a glyph, but they did in the way the design of the spells and the specking goes, most of your healing abilities and resto abilities were enhanced by the treant form. So if you did take it, you did get a small bump, but it wasn't like, you know, that 10-second treant form that decreases your movement speed by 50% but increases your healing ability by 70%, kind of retardedness. Yes, that was our 5v5 team's name. It was kind of a joke to our friend Blue, because she drove the school bus. And I don't think she ever got the whole slight of it, but whatever. But she drove a bus full of handicapped kids, so we called it the short bus squad for my PvP team. And it never really went anywhere. But I did that quite a bit. Obviously, I got onto McKeb, and I did a spoilers video for the first 3 or 4 sections of McKeb on SWTOR. It's not a bad expansion so far. I do think that, like some of the people were saying when we were on there, that the pathing is really bananas because you land on McKeb, and then your one flight point, from there you're able to go to like 19 different flight points all over the place. And I mean, it might be like 1,000 yards from where you're at, but because you have to see this map, Kev. You played Psychonauts, right?
No.
Oh my God! Why have you not? All right, I'm buying the Double Fine bundle for you when I play it again. Anyway, so in Psychonauts, there's this world, and I always joke that it's as if not Tim Curry. Who's that other the dude who did Night Before Christmas?
Oh, okay.
Tim Burton. It's like Tim Burton's world, where everything's the world's almost destroyed as it is. The plateaus, every piece of rock is just twisted. No, there's no flat land basically, and each spot you think there's flat land, suddenly there's another section of the land jutting out of it.
Or it's a gigantic.
So it's a fall to nothing.
Right. Yeah. It's a pretty messed up world. It's actually really cool looking.
But the storyline on it so far is pretty cool. Me and Lanyard tried to warn me about the booby prize while having conversations with the first starting team, and I didn't pay attention to the names. We had talked on Sith Talk eons ago about how they were going to introduce same-sex romance, and I don't know if it's a bug or if it's something they put in the game.
Oh, it's in the game.
Oh, damn, that hurts.
Bless you.
Oh, I'm trying to hold it in. Excuse me, guys. But you have two people that you're working with, and one's kind of seems more light side, and the other one's more dark side. But when it gives you the option to flirt, and when I didn't pay attention to the names, so I apparently ended up flirting with this Sith guy.
Yeah. So from then on out, it was his boyfriend the entire time we were talking.
Oh, because of course because he's dark side and I'm light side because I was kissing Mako's ass.
Driving me crazy.
And I didn't want to screw with that. Almost the entire time, Lanyard's going, do it, win. And we're both fighting the whole time because he keeps taking dark answers, and then we have to kill a bunch of people. And then of course, if I get a light answer, he's like, aha, gotcha, fucker.
Like you said, the outcome was the same no matter what. It was just better. The way my girl would talk was just so much better. It was so much nicer to say stuff like, "You will respect me. I am the Dark Lord of this. I'm on the Dark Council,
Dark Sith Lord.
and you will respect me." Or you failed. Instead of, well, better luck next time, golly gee whiz.
Well, shit, you electrocuted a guy because he tried to explain to you what was happening.
It wasn't a good enough explanation.
I got time for this shit.
Sometimes you just ain't got time for that.
Yeah.
That's what spacebar is for.
Some of those dungeons are just better going on dark side, like the first one. It's quicker, it's faster.
But we got there, and we got to like level 52. We did have a little issue. Apparently, there was one mission where we had to go looking for DNA samples. So he and I are thinking we've got to scan the bodies. We're not thinking, the item's going to light up and we need to click it whenever it lights up. So we're going around. We kill everybody in all the buildings, and in between the buildings, we're losing our minds, can't figure out where to fucking do it. And then eventually, Lanyard goes, "Wait, the thing you lit up." I got it.
Yeah. The stupid little icon. It finally lights up, and apparently it's been lighting up. We just didn't notice it because again, we're thinking DNA samples. You got to kill everything in here and then scan the dead bodies. No. Yeah. You just got to kill everything in there so that you can scan openly. Just random, it's like, oh, okay. It was a pain in the ass. Spending about an hour dicking off doing that. But we killed a lot of shit. We were getting XP, so screw it. I think we gained a level each.
There you go. Yeah. And the gold and all the extra stuff that drops.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, then, of course, the wife and I have been leveling up. Today, we were leveling up on our main accounts. On Alderaan, we were on there. And then today we were leveling up on our EU accounts because I have to wait until she gets the pen, so that she can level with all of us. But so that happened. I was really excited because, you know, I ordered the nephew's headset and, of course, my green screen. And I had a little money left over, and Steam had a great deal on The Walking Dead for $10. So I bought that for him.
Is it all of them?
Yeah, it's the complete pack.
Cool.
But here's the problem. Apparently, there's a bug that keeps the game from fracking launching.
Oh.
So my
maybe he needs to delete it and re-download it?
I don't know. He's been following a forum post on it, and he's rather pissed off.
Not bad.
I mean, he's like, yeah, I'll play it when I play it because he's been playing the shit out of Defiance, which I think I might end up having to buy because there's a mechanic to the game that completely blows my mind. So, like with most MMOs, you have books and you have, you know, the occasional, you know, base movie or something goofy like that. You don't have a television show like this one does. Well, part of the game is that when you go and you play, say, you go and play. Well, each week, because of the episode, there are missions that are based on the episode.
That's how they're
doing it. And the world changes based on the episode.
Yeah.
Which is a completely bizarre mechanic.
Yeah.
But he's telling the wife when we went to dinner tonight, hey, make sure you DVR the Defiance and let me know when it's on so that I can watch it because I want to make sure I get the missions that are related to the quest. And I'm like,
how long do you think something like that's going to last? A video game / TV show?
You know, I think the game might last longer than the TV show will.
Yeah.
I mean, the TV show does look interesting. The clips I've seen, the promos I've seen looks really cool. But it's a sci-fi show, and sci-fi tends to dump shows really quickly.
Yeah.
As of late.
Yeah.
Good or bad.
Yeah.
But you know, as far as the game goes, the game looks solid. Like I come home and he's playing it while he's eating dinner, and it just looks fantastic. I'll hear that he's leveling up weapons, and he's having a ton of fun with it. So I'm actually thinking about purchasing it for myself. A couple of people keep asking me if I'm going to get into the Marvel Heroes when it comes out. And my big problem with that is, man, all week everyone's going, so you get into Marvel Heroes, you know, you get into this, you get into that. And I told them the Marvel Heroes interest me, but my problem is that with a set amount of characters that are all the exact same, I got to see what changes up the characters. You know, I can't play a game that's just 150 Hulks, or, you know, I'm one of 95 Iron Man today. You know, I like individuality in every game that I play. Let's see, what else? Did Battlefield, of course. Actually was live streaming all night last night into about 7 o'clock this morning because I was trying to finish my Only the Dedicated assignment, and finally got that done. I was really excited for that one because, oddly enough, when I started it, I was having some really rough games, but right towards the end, I was starting to really wreck shit. And I got onto a couple of games with one of my newest followers, Kiwi, who's in chat with us today.
Kiwi?
And I don't think
Kiwi?
it's the same, this isn't the same Kiwi. This Kiwi is actually a Kiwi who's in New Zealand. Yeah, because he was like, he joined my game and friended me on Origin, and I had to laugh because his ping was so bad, and I was like, dude, where the hell are you? Your ping is ridiculous. And at one point, you know, he says, well, you mind joining one of my servers? And I'm like, no problem, you know. And I get onto his server, and now my ping's 250. I'm like, Jesus, where are we playing at? Because I don't play it. I rarely play anything other than U.S. and Canadian servers.
Yeah.
So I'm not used to more than maybe 50, 75 ping. But it was a lot of fun, and I got to, you know, I leveled up my account twice last night. Oh man, I love Battlefield. I don't even know if I want to play Battlefield 4 because I love Battlefield 3 too much.
Right.
But that was my week. Pretty somewhat short, I guess.
I'm looking at the hero packs thing. Man, $200 for some of these things?
Well, I mean, it's a free game. It's a fairly decent closed beta right now, and depending on how much they give you to start with, the idea of unlocking character packs is that's what free to play is unlocking stupid
packs. But
$20
per character? That's a little ridiculous.
The things might change. You
Yeah.
never know. Now this week our movie topic was Metal Tornado. I did talk to some of the people in chat. Apparently, one of our followers on on Twitch had said that because he had suggested that horrific Sand Sharks movie, that he was going to watch Metal Tornado, and he was rather delighted by it. Yeah. In comparison, it wasn't nearly as bad. What were your guys' thoughts on that?
I thought it was great, actually.
Yeah,
I really liked it.
It wasn't so bad that I remember a lot of it. It was a movie that I probably would have watched anyways because I like Lou Down Phillips. So it's just, it was okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I liked it too.
It had its little flaws, but overall, the graphics were nice. The technology, the idea behind what they were doing was fine. It was actually a pretty decent movie for a low-budget whatever movie.
A low-budget whatever.
Yeah. But it falls under that same thing. If they would have just listened to the guy who somehow made a twister in his house that killed him from a computer simulation, if they would have just listened to him, we wouldn't have that, but then we wouldn't have the movie.
Right.
But overall, it was okay. I gave it 5 stars because I was like, I didn't hate it. I didn't love it, but it was. I would recommend it to somebody who just wants something goofy to watch.
I gave it 4 because
4.
Yeah, because a 5-star movie has got to be 5-star. It's got to be pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I gave it a 4. It was good though.
I
liked it a lot. I liked it a lot. In fact, I even wrote down notes while I was watching.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I'll go over my notes.
Okay, good, because I didn't write anything down.
Metal Tornado. Well, I knew that it was good. I had watched it like last week. I mean, right after the show. So
yeah, me too.
So I wanted to write down notes so I wouldn't forget. So Lou Diamond Phillips. I think he did an excellent job. I've seen him in other films. He's been meh. I think that in this film he did a really good job. I actually liked him quite a bit and was sitting there thinking, why isn't this guy doing more films? I don't understand why he's still doing B films. Acting as on a whole, I mean, everybody in there was actually really good. I can't think, other than the motorcycle rider chick, I thought they all did really well. There was nobody in there that had punny lines. There was nobody in there that did, you could tell that they were like really trying really hard to do their job. I mean, it sounded good.
The boss was a little over the top.
Which the boss of
we need the money first, guys.
Yeah,
but overall,
I think he did. I still think he did very good. And then let's see, plot. The plot was a little improbable, a little outlandish, but even though the plot was completely bullshit, never could happen. It was probably not even scientifically possible. I thought the rest of the show around the idea of this tornado was really a cool idea. They did a really good job. They took a really stupid idea and actually made the movie work. Let's see, what else do I got?
Before you go into one more, I want to say something about the plot.
Yeah.
Why wasn't the government involved at all? They are literally shooting satellites into space. That means they're buying rocket time. They're putting satellites that transform into big umbrellas of catchers, and there was no government agents anywhere in the thing.
Well, we've got private citizens doing space exploration now. You know that, right?
I know. I'm just saying, when you're pulling and you're shooting energy down, and then you're just going to be like, "Yo, France, why France?"
Of all places.
Yo, France, are you ready for your transfer? Because it's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just the overall plot was a little bit odd. I definitely agree with Kevin. I definitely agree with Kevin with the idea that, we're doing something that's completely experimental. We've never tested it even on the small scale, but we're going to grab this gigantic solar flare to shoot into the batteries for 2 different locations in the middle of in the middle of bumfuck Egypt.
Yeah.
To charge batteries, and something just tells me if you're going to shoot a big laser beam of energy at the ground,
and that looked
somehow
amazing.
The government
it wasn't cheesy looking either.
No.
Yeah.
The graphics for all that stuff I was actually really surprised. I was like, oh, that's where all the money went. They went into that really nice looking graphic of everything coming down. Amazing.
That might have been the only place the money went.
So sorry,
how many times was Lou Diamond Phillips running down a little tunnel, and you could obviously tell he wasn't running at all.
He's on a treadmill.
He's just going, there, I'm running. Does this look good, guys?
Yeah, it was okay.
Go ahead, Lane.
No, okay, so almost done.
Okay.
So that we were just mentioning that. It was a nice little segue. Videography, the videography, done very well. I thought it was done really, really well. The CGI wasn't even too bad. I mean, it could have been better, but I mean, you could tell it was a lot of CGI. Like when they would zoom in on their company, you could tell it was made out of a computer. But I mean, it wasn't bad. It wasn't.
Even the tornado looked good.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
for a low budget film, it wasn't bad.
It was better than what we produce. The biker chick.
Well, we're a no budget film.
I know.
Hey, look, once I get my XSplit working here, I'm going to have spinning shit behind me. It's going to be amazing.
You know what? Once you get XSplit running, Kevin, you're doing it all. Because I'm just going to sit back and, like, nah, screw
He'll have
this.
to get a computer that can run it all.
There's the key.
But,
so then, almost
which reminds me, guys, you can donate by hitting the PayPal link on our nameandprogress1.podomatic.com website.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. Okay, so his girlfriend, Lou's girlfriend.
Yeah.
I was watching it and I was like, gosh, she is so cute. Where have I seen her before? So I watched the whole film and then I got her name and then IMDb'd it, right? I was like, I know I've seen this girl somewhere before. She's very cute. She's very attractive. She was, her name is Nicole DeBoer or something like that. And all you Star Trek fans might know her from, she was Erin Dax on DS9. She was the second Dax.
The cute one.
The little cute one. That's who she was from, and she did a great job. I looked at some of her videography, and it's pretty much half-assed shitty films. She's been in a couple TV shows and blah blah blah. Again, another girl that needs to be in regular film. She's hot. And then, but overall, good movie. Thanks for the recommendation. I went ahead and bought the film, and so now I have it permanently. And
wait, what? Hold on. What was that? You bought the film?
That's what I'm going to tell you. I'm telling you that I am telling you that I bought the film.
Okay, so I know what that means. Never mind.
Pizza Man's here. Kevin's
Holy
going
shit,
to get pizza.
dude, she was in the cube.
Who? Who's in the cube?
Your chick was in the cube.
Yeah, she's in the cube.
An epic fucking movie.
Yeah, I used to have all 4 of those too. The only one that sucked on the cube was the one in outer space. That one was kind of stupid. But
Hypercube.
Hypercube, that was dumb. But the Cube Zero, I think it was. That one was awesome. That one was really cool because Cube Zero is the one that is before the first cube.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, and it's behind the scenes, so you see what's going on behind the scenes, and it was really, really good. I actually, the Cube was actually one of those movies where I was really impressed with it. Other than you've got your mic on mute still, Kevin. But anyways, yeah. So that was.
I love all the cubes.
Yeah, I didn't like Hypercube. So, but
no,
yeah,
Pseudo doesn't like those movies because they're gory and scare the living shit out of her.
Don't get her Hellraiser.
Which reminds me, Kev, or Lanyard, whichever one you'd like to. Remember, Pseudo absolutely loves the Goonies, so if you find a copy of it on, DVD, feel free to mail it to the house.
Next time I go to Sunset or where the fucking movie was filmed, you can buy it at every single shop there.
In Astoria.
Oh, great.
Astoria, yeah.
We could
Fantastic.
make
all I have to do is get a Mogwai now.
Hey, Kevin, we could make a trip out there with video and go to the house and the beach and then send it to her and say, look where we're at.
Or we could do it live and be like, ha ha ha. Yeah. So rating-wise, what do you guys say? On a 1 of 5?
4.
You guys gave it a 4. I gave it a 5.
I would say a 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
would you recommend it to somebody else for just some?
I would definitely
watch?
recommend it to somebody else. Yeah.
Yeah.
Based on the responses everybody else had, I would say yeah. Because for me, it just like the movie was only like an hour and a half long, but it kind of at certain points it just was like, can we move on here?
Well,
some of the things like I didn't feel like I needed.
Yeah.
Some of the things I didn't think really needed to be in there, like the deviant son goes out to his buddy's farm just to get away from his father, and I didn't quite understand that. And the guy's out in the farm in the middle of this metal tornado, around a plethora of random sharp objects, and when the first one flies at the wall,
he just stands
I
there.
would think, get the fuck out of Dodge.
Yeah.
He goes, what's happening here?
Yeah, let me catch that.
What's going on?
Like the guy that caught the soup can in the head.
I'm trying to remember. Nobody died in this movie besides? I mean, like that they showed the camera on. I mean, there were some other people, but like when it went to France and stuff like that. But just in general,
no,
I thought somebody was going to die sooner or later.
The chick in the Mustang.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Okay, and that reminds me, she was the worst fucking actress in there, so that makes sense. She was
and
terrible.
You know, one of the worst part I thought that they were going to do with the movie was with the chainsaw thing. When it was still on, I'm like, that's not how chainsaws work.
I know. I was thinking the same thing. I used to run chainsaws. I'm like, that sucker would shut off as soon as you let go of the trigger.
Yeah, I was thinking this is going to kill somebody, so it's going to be a pretty awesome death scene, or it's going to just stab somebody right next to their head or something.
I thought the logger was screwed. I really did.
I was like, oh, this is going to be great. And even the first time I watched it, I was like, this is going to be awesome. This is going to be awesome. You're going to skewer him right through the middle, right through the... Oh.
Yeah, it just flies away.
Yeah.
How do you explain that
flies
to your company?
Flies away on, too. That was the great... Come on. If flying at a high speed is pretty dangerous.
Yeah. But, I mean, some of the stuff was kind of strange. Like, you know, everybody... and you knew when he said, everybody under the counter, that someone was going to get nailed with something.
Nailed with soup can. Yeah.
And I understand that, you know, they're in a backwoods town and there's, you know, random shit there's little stores like that probably in every tiny town.
The other bad actress I remember.
Yeah, you know, the store owner was kind of shitty. Like, when was the last time you saw a full service gas station in the first place?
The trailer park, the trailer.
Why the fuck was that scene in the movie?
Well, I thought it was hilarious too because okay, here it is. It's one of those trailers. What are they called? They're the big silver trailers. They're all Airstreams. Okay, it's not a big one. It's a small one, but it's an Airstream. Airstreams are aluminum. Aluminum is not magnetic. So I was like, if that trailer flies, I'm going to be like really annoyed. I'm like, okay, no, that doesn't work. Unless
the best part was
maybe so it might be different.
Maybe it was the frame because the axle and shit that's steel. Mm-hmm. But it would have flipped up first and then towards the tornado rather than flipping over and towards whatever. And I was kind of hoping she would get rolled over by it.
Think about the cheap piece of shit tin. The little aluminum you know, wind chimes she had. Half of them were like glass and wind catchery. Like they shouldn't have been spinning. They should have just been standing on edge.
That was an aluminum.
And you notice none of their hair was sticking up either or anything like that.
No, it wasn't electric.
I will
just magnetic.
I will say I'm glad. I really thought the movie was going to go down this point where Lou was going to go have to save his son. When his son decided to take off anyways after being told not to, I thought it was going to be one of those movies where he has to save his son.
Right.
No, they turned around, made his son a good guy, saved the farmer guy, and I was like, good. I'm glad we didn't have to have him chasing and just getting to his son just as the tornado hit his son, that barn or some shit like that.
Yeah. Well, and then the other problem for me was that Lou he wasn't the adventure hero. He went out for a little bit, but most of the scenes with Lou in it predominantly were inside of one of the areas trying to adjust a computer program.
Yeah.
You know, and the chick, which you don't normally get to see out in the open, she ended up being more the hero than Lou was, which was kind of crazy. And I did think it was funny where the church scene where the pillar falls on top of her son or on top of his son's legs. I'm going, this dude's just screwed. He's going to be killed or crippled. And two people pull up a pillar that looks like it weighs something like 700 pounds.
Oh, right. The styrofoam concrete.
Grimaces during the pit.
The styrofoam concrete, yeah.
Like,
He-Man.
Yeah. Where's the manly?
And there wasn't even
I can't do it.
There wasn't even flex in it.
It's just mom puts car off baby.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was good. I thought overall, good film.
Yeah.
Why no cries of pain when they picked him up? His leg is obviously going to be busted to shit, and she has to. They pick him up, pull him inside. No groans, no screams. As soon as she goes, how's this one? How's this one? Oh!
Yep, that'd be the one.
Yeah.
I think it's broken.
It hurt when he was getting dragged away. He was just relieved, you know.
I think that was it. Yeah, that was the one. So, yep, good movie.
But yeah, I mean, it was overall not a bad movie. Of course, I haven't gotten a whole lot of suggestions. One person did suggest to me last night, Scary Movie 5.
Oh, I have one movie for next week.
Kevin's got next week, so he's got movie for next week.
I'm just seeing if there's other ones here real quick.
I hope it's not one of like the first one you picked, the clowns. Jesus, that was terrible.
Come on, that was good.
I talked to Lanyard a little bit about this, Kevin, but I'll throw it to you for as an additional topic for next week as far as gaming goes. There is a video game-esque system called the Ouya.
Is it called a Wii?
Yeah. You would see it was on Kickstarter.com at one point.
Okay.
It's basically a completely open-based video gaming system, but it's the equivalent of what we get from Steam deals for the Greenlight games. But it's a little box system that's quite literally maybe the size of, I don't have an appropriate aluminum can, so I'll say half of my brisk can. It's like this big.
Really?
You know? But it's very, very tiny. And it's open source, so apparently you could get things like ROMs uploaded to it and be able to play ROMs using the controller. So you'd be able to upload like NES or SNES, Genesis, PS1, I guess N64 if you can find a ROM or a player for the ROM. But it's like $100. I think it would be cool for families that don't have, a computer that can run them. Plus, it supports up to 4 controllers. So I'd like us all to take a look at that at their website when we get it for next week's show.
Okay, we'll do.
Did you hear about Steam was going to make like the Steam box, but this other company they kind of teamed up with is going to make it themselves. I cannot remember what it's called, but it's basically the same idea. But like Steam said that if they ever came out with their own, it would have like Left 4 Dead 3, Portal 3, like all these 3 things on there that they were going to do with it.
Well, I remember the idea of Steambox being basically everything's cloud-based, so it didn't need a large hard drive, and that it would come set up so that people could basically play any game that's available on Steam, which would make it the first universal system, more or less like PC, but anywhere you can get Steam, you'd be able to play a game with other people, which I still think that that's the biggest gap. According to PC Gamer, the PC sales are actually the lowest they've been in years, but that's because, as I told you guys in the past, laptops, or not just laptops, but tablets are of preference. I told my wife it's almost natural for people to want
the new gadget.
A tablet PC. It's what we've seen in sci-fi for years.
Yeah.
Everything's been on a tablet, some kind of random clipboard-looking thing.
Oh, my
the
iPad does just great.
Yeah, and they're really enjoyable. Unfortunately, they're not built for games.
Of course. Well, they're built for their style of games.
Right.
Push the button, move this here. Some of them are pretty decent, but some of them just only push the limit so far.
Yeah. And it's aggravating for people. But like I've got, Kev, you've got the 360. Lanyard has no console system. I've got friends at work that have 360s, PS3s.
That's not true.
The Xbox I gave you?
That's not true.
It's around the house somewhere.
I have a console game.
Storage.
That's not true. I have a console game. It's an Atari.
You have a system?
Yep. Atari 2600.
Speaking of consoles, what you're talking about, I actually just read somewhere that Nintendo is going to stop some of their services on the Wii. Like a lot of the live stuff that they have on there.
Really?
They're just going to cut off.
That's interesting.
Which I think is a little weird because I think the Wii is still
the family system.
Yeah, and it's the one that I think I don't know how well the Wii U did, but I know. Oh, here it is. Let's see. Nintendo's going to shut down a lot of the Wii channels in June. So they're going to shut down. They're going to shut down like the Wii Forecast, the news, the Everybody Votes channels, what the hell? And let's see, and a couple other things. So June 28th, they're going to shut those down. I know lots of people that have Wiis. They might just use them for Netflix and stuff like that. But I think a lot of people just got the Wii because it was kind of funny and it's a little goofy to do when you have people over.
A couple of the bars that I used to go to had Wiis that they set up for all the sports games, and they would actually have contests. People would come in and make their character, and they would have a running goalpost, you might say, of bowling or tennis or whatever, and it was kind of fun instead of something other than the pool or darts or poker.
Yeah. Well, and that's what makes the Wii so great is that it is just kind of something that everybody can just kind of pick up without really knowing it. It's baseball. You just swing it. It's bowling. You throw it. It's tennis. It's basic stuff that's just simple and easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a break from the norm for a bar goer or even a family member because the majority of systems that everybody has, they tend towards basically adult content, that being violence or horror items. With the Wii, they are there, but they're not as prevalent. Everything on the Wii is very family oriented, very movement based. And there are several games that do use the old school SNES style controller,
Mm-hmm.
but there's things that a lot of people can get into, and the whole point of the Wii U was to have a fifth person there.
Yeah.
What I'm surprised I haven't seen is a capitalization of the idea of like show host types of games. Because you'll remember from NES and even Xbox, you get things like Wheel of Fortune,
Oh,
knockoffs of Family Feud or
yeah.
Trivial Pursuit. How much
Jeopardy.
cooler would it be to be the host using the Wii U, telling people the questions, and
think
wait
they
for them
did
to
one,
buzz in?
didn't
And then you like you jump, you bounce it
I
or
thought
something
they had,
for
like,
your.
a Pictionary
Yeah.
one, maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
That's not quite
I'm not
quite a
sure.
game show though.
Yeah. Well, Pictionary
But-
was a TV show.
Was it?
Yeah.
Time ago.
Oh, dude, you don't remember Pictionary?
Dude, I worked
That
during the
shit
day.
was the epicness, because people would get up there and draw the worst fucking pictures ever, have the dumbest damn questions and draw offs. Oh, it was epic fail.
Yeah, I worked during the day, so I wouldn't know.
I cut a lot of school when that was on.
Yeah, me too. That's what I was going to say.
School.
That's when it was school time. Okay, so you want to know my movie?
Yeah.
I looked for Daybreak because I was in the mood for some Sylvester Stallone,
Okay.
and it wasn't there. I love that movie.
Oh God.
So I figured, you know what? I like some sci-fi movies, so I'm gonna pick my favorite. I love Highlander,
Excellent.
but I'm gonna watch my favorite Highlander, Highlander 2, because that's the best one.
Renegade
It's got
Virgin.
future. It's science fiction. It's fantasy.
Oh fuck! It's got Sean fucking Connery. Okay, I'm on
Yes.
Seconds are all usually never that good, dude.
The second one's the best one.
It's Sean Connery. It can't be fail.
Excuse me, Sean Connery did a movie where he was a dragon, and that was fair.
Dragonheart was awesome.
Oh my God, what were you, 4 when you watched it?
I was buried by the time I watched it.
So you were 4?
Yeah, so
you're in Alabama, so you were at 12?
That's one of my favorite Highlander movies.
Okay, so Highlander 2 then.
Yep.
Well, hey, we're slowly moving up the budget echelon, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Highlander 2 had to be made on like 10 million at least.
By the end of
oh wait, back then it would have been like 100,000.
by the end of next year, we should be watching I don't know, Face Off or something.
Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, Hunger Games is now, and here we go.
The Hunger Games 2, yeah, or The Hobbit. The Hobbits,
No. Listen, I love you guys,
anything
but
that
I
could
don't want
annoy
to
Dad
watch
makes
a
me
bunch
wanna
of
watch
mainstream.
If Dad doesn't want to watch it, it's gonna be a great movie.
I want to watch random shit that like no one's watching forever, or something that no one would want to watch ever.
Train spotting.
I'm not saying Human Centipede or Human Millipede.
Spotting trains or
Human Centipede 2.
That's a terrible film.
Oh shit.
Trains, planes, and automobiles, maybe.
No.
What was that movie where? The karate guy with the beard. Chuck Norris.
Karate Kid.
Was a wolf. We could always watch that sometime.
What the fuck?
He was a wolf. He was like an Indian wolf.
Chuck Norris was an Indian wolf.
Yeah, he was some kind. He could turn into a wolf.
This is
or
Dancing
some
with Dancing with Wolves meets Kung Fu.
No, I can't remember what it was, but he was a wolf in the forest, and he was protecting the forest.
Okay.
Oh my God, you
Chuck Norris.
This shit now.
Mm-hmm. How far you got on that book, Dad?
It's Lone One.
I see Lone Wolf McCade.
I'm not sure. Oh, it's not on Netflix. I looked.
No, I was just Googling in general. The only thing that had Wolf and Chuck Norris together, IMDb has a 1983 flick called Lone Wolf McQuade, but that doesn't sound right at all. Oh my God, I hate looking up.
Yeah. So Hellraiser, or I was saying Hellraiser 2, Hellbound. That's my other favorite movie, Part 2. Hellraiser 2 is the scariest movie of all the Hellraisers.
I don't know. Is he Hellraiser for?
A woman came in and she's like, "I want to get a movie that'll scare my kids and everything." I'm like, "Oh, Hellraiser 2 Hellbound. It's the scariest movie." She came in, "Why would you ever let my kids watch it?" I'm like, "You asked for the scariest movie in the store, and that was it."
I don't know, man. I've never been afraid. I've never been impressed, afraid, just amazed. I think that was a Hellraiser. The only one I saw, the only one I remember distinctly was at the start of it, the Hellraiser when the Hellspawn's released. He goes in and transforms a DJ at a party by killing him with his CDs.
Hellraiser 3.
Yeah.
There it is.
Where he shoots discs out of his.
And he sticks the guy.
Yeah.
He's a camera guy. He sticks the camera in his eye.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was like the '80s version. And then there's Toy Maker, which is really good because that's kind of in the past of the making of the box, and it's kind of future. Look, I love the Hellraiser series. The last one was a piece of shit, but I mean it was so bad. I don't even think it went straight to online watching only.
Wow, not even DVD.
Skip video.
Yeah.
It was a Hellraiser. It was about this kids who made a Hellraiser MMO style game, and then this guy was killing people dressed up like it. Well, that pissed off Pinhead because you don't kill in his name. And at the end, Hellraiser shows up with the Cinnabots.
Sun came out. The sun came out. Changed my fucking lighting.
But yeah.
Yes, Lanyard's road cloak is getting much more interesting. That's all right. Kevin's video looks better now that I have him select it, which is really
Right,
cool.
I know. I have to select him, and then but then you get this big blue line between us, whereas it looks like right now all three of us are in the same picture. I mean, I can look at Kevin like he's here right next to me as long as I don't stick my hand out too far, and vice versa. And I can look at Kevin.
Video, when you say Kevin, you point to me.
Oh
Yeah,
well,
And then when you say to Kevin,
it's because they're all different. Yeah.
You're pointing to Kevin. I understand we're both very attractive. You can't handle.
I'm in the middle. That's all that makes a difference. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, games. Any new games coming out, man, that we're gonna play?
I don't know. I am thinking about checking out the one that our viewer suggested on Kevin's YouTube channel.
Uh-huh.
I just have a real weak affinity towards playing another Japanese-looking MMO. I wish I could remember the name of the mech game that Fort and them were playing because they were like, "Oh, Dad, you gonna play this?" I was like, "Hell no! I fucking hate mech games."
Yeah,
Which isn't completely true. I love the Front Mission series on the Sony on the PlayStation and PlayStation 2.
Uh-huh.
But those were turn-based, and they sucked me in via a complete lie.
Ah.
When we were running the ads at the store, it shows these mechs just screaming across the battlefield.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh my God, this is going to be awesome live-action mechs." And it was turn-based, but it was square, so it had a really good storyline, which really made me happy.
Yeah.
I really wish I had the extra money. I would love for us to all get into the Prison Architect game, because once again that game is epic looking.
Okay.
But I don't have the extra clout, and I haven't seen any real free games lately that I'm interested in. I would like you guys, if you haven't. I'm trying to pull up my Steam library while I'm talking to you guys. There was one that I downloaded the other day that's not terrible, and it would be interesting because we could all play together. As my Steam account attempts to try to fucking load.
We still haven't even played WoW together. I mean, that's what sucks about us working such different schedules.
Yeah. Well, I'm once again working on a random promotion, so maybe that'll come to fruition. Where are you at, you piece of shit? Oh my God. Warframe. It was. I told Lanyard about it earlier in the week. It's a third-person view. It is multiplayer. It's a free-to-play on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a game that all of us can afford. But it is an interesting game. It allows for character manipulation with your talents, abilities, weapons. The tutorial and the audio during the tutorial was fracking louder than hell, but other than that, it was really cool. And I'd like to play it with with people who aren't completely retarded, which is all I had to do when I was playing online. But it's a fun game, very basic. It's not a MMO as far as, or it doesn't strike me as an MMO as far as a wide open game. It strikes me as like playing Dead Space 3, but with a bunch of buddies.
Okay.
Because everybody logs in, you log into the same universe. SC2? What's SC2? I'm retarded.
I don't know. What's SC2?
Yes, please tell us, Key.
Oh,
StarCraft.
Counter
Oh,
Strike
Oh,
2.
StarCraft.
no.
Oh,
StarCraft. No, blow you,
ugh.
dude.
Sorry, Key. I don't do RTS games. I cannot stand RTS games. Although every time I log into Twitch, they're playing a goddamn RTS
all
game.
the Warcrafts. I suck at all of them.
I just don't like this game style. I just don't like the gameplay. I really can't stand that gameplay.
Well, even with the TLC, did you guys all get the TLC bundle pack?
Don't
No.
go chasing waterfalls.
That came with Warhammer 3000 or some shit like that.
Mm,
That had the Saints Row 3 and all that stuff in it.
no.
Well, I have some of them, but I didn't get all of them when it came out. I'm pretty sure I skipped on it because I didn't have the money. Wait, you said it had Saints Row 3 in it?
Yeah, it was like
No, I have the Saints Row the Third. What was the name of the game?
it was the whatever the name of that company is.
The THX pack.
Yeah.
The one with Titan Quest and all that other
Yeah,
crap?
yeah. I thought you got that. It was like all those. It was a ton of different THQ games.
Yeah, I probably bought it. It was on Humble Bundle, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, I probably have it along with all the other shit that I have in my listings that I don't even download. I did save 300 gigs of space. That made me happy. But you know, I think Warframe would be nice. But Kev, technically, you're next week's host, bro.
Yeah, so you picking the game, bro.
That's completely on you.
Yep. Game and a movie. Game, movie, topic. That's you.
What's that?
We're still playing WoW. We haven't played WoW together.
Well, okay then. We'll play WoW together. Let's find a day to play WoW together. Let's see. Dad goes to work
Tuesday is like a day that we always. You guys recording a show this week though.
Yeah, we
Yep,
should have
record
recorded
show
that
this week.
Tuesday, but that's like 7 o'clock your time, so I'll be home pretty much all day that day, bro.
Yeah, me
we
too.
can jump and do that. So
I'll be home. I go back to work Tuesday, so I'll be home after 3 or 4. And then the show. Then I go to bed. So.
God damn it, Grandpa.
I gotta get sleep, dude. I don't function well. I think I just got medical, so I'm as soon as I can get my card and I get a doc, I'm gonna go and get a full tune-up.
Marijuana.
Yeah, the whole thing.
He's gonna get a full prescription for Viagra.
Yeah, that's it. No, I'm gonna get
The blue pill.
No, I'm gonna have my T checked. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have find out what's going on with that. So I might.
The wife's talking dirty to me by text message.
I'm old.
Hey,
I'm
Pastor,
old.
would you like to know the name of that game? Yeah, why don't you type it in chat?
So I have to, do what I have to do.
Oh no, she's saying that the dude in chat. Thought she was calling me Master. I was about to say, whoa, not during the live stream, baby. Which game? Warframe or the game Kevin said? Because
Apparently.
live stream's a couple seconds behind us, so.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on like a 5-second delay.
Lanyard, you look like you're in an Xbox thing because of the way the lamp is going. It looks really cool. Now you just need the logo behind you.
The Xbox thing.
Like the Xbox dashboard. You look like you're behind the Xbox dashboard.
Okay.
Nice.
I don't know what they're talking about, but all right.
So Tuesday we'll try to get together and do some World of Warcraft. Obviously, guys, you know that Tuesday is our recording date for this.
Or we
Tuesday.
can always play Minecraft.
Do you still have a server?
I got servers everywhere.
They're everywhere. They're everywhere.
That's my special trolling account that I use for that.
Well, technically, we didn't go back to WoW. Kevin got me and Lanyard time. So because we really we wanted to go in and see what the world is like and get into play. But it's one of probably 15 games in a week I play. I live streamed my Panda Adventures, by the way, Kevin.
I know, I was watching.
Yeah. And then, of course, there's SWOTOR that I live streamed. But the 3 base ones I end up live streaming are SWOTOR, WoW, and BF3. And I suck so bad. But it's amazing because, I want to say it's because I get drunk on Friday nights and everybody watches. But I do. I got plowed. This Friday's was brought to us by UFO.
I'm out of Captain Morgan. I gotta go buy more Captain Morgan. I went to the fridge. I was like,
that's what mine's brought to you by.
Okay.
And my special trips to the next state over.
Well,
Yes.
Kiwi, throw me an invite on Origin, and I'll accept it, and we can play anytime you want, bro. But yeah, I mean, if we'll do that on Tuesday, and I'll live stream it, so we can do that. And or shit, where's I don't know where. Well, I already added the movie for this week to my instant queue, so we can get that taken care of. Um, so Lanyard, do you have the time? Man, my Pamela. So.
Yeah, I'm at 10 minutes, 56, 55, 54.
An hour and 10?
No, I set it for an hour and 30, and it started at and then
okay.
started at 10 minutes late. So
Okay.
yeah, we're about an hour 40.
Okay. Well, guys. So coming up this week, of course, we've got the next movie review being Highlander 2. We've got our stories of what we did in WoW last week. Any other plans for you two this week, Kevin?
Minecraft and some World of Tanks because I got that double XP going on.
That's till the end of the today, and don't forget they're on Russian time, so it could end at any time. So yeah, so it's only the end of today. I think it's just the weekend. It's just ×5. So get on it today, and then well, wait a minute. Tomorrow's Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they have all day tomorrow too. So okay.
Okay, good, because I'm going to bed after this.
Yeah, I completely forgot. I've been off for a week, so I don't even know what day it is.
Yeah.
That's it. So some tanks and some Minecraft. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna be doing.
Oh, I thought that you were saying you're gonna play. I was like, Minecraft. Wow. Lady.
No, I don't have that installed anymore. I dug a hole and was called it good. Shit. I'm gonna do some more SWTOR sometime this week, because I want to finish up McKeb. I want to get at least one character to 55.
Remember, Pseudo's off, or Pseudo will be home Sunday. So
yeah.
Sunday, if you want to, you guys can team up.
But she doesn't have
with you with one of hers.
Well, I guess by Tuesday she will have it. I guess, huh?
Actually, it's supposed to be patching. I think she said tonight for the latecomers.
Well, good. So I'll do a little SWTOR sometime this week. I am going back to work, so I'm back on my work schedule. I won't be able to play as much, an hour at most at night. And then so SWTOR, of course, I'm going to do some more WoW before the time runs out. And let me move my little picture over so I can look at my game lists over here. Let's see, I've maxed out my Scarlet Blade, so probably won't do that anymore until it comes live, which should be soon. And you said Defiance is live now?
Yeah, Defiance is available now. It's $60 on Steam.
I got beta. I should get it for free. Let's see, and so I won't be doing that. Probably just SWTOR and WoW. I need to get back into Rift before my year ends up.
Oh wow, yeah.
I need to play some of that. I looked at my characters the other day and I was like, I need to get into this, but I knew that WoW was going to run out first, so I figured I'd jump in WoW. So, and then of course I've got Secret World that I'm still, and then oh wow, light changed again on me. And so yeah, it's so weird. This camera's a piece of shit. Anyway, so that's what I'm gonna do.
Now we're looking at it.
So that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, and I'm putting my new desk together. I got me a new computer desk over yonder way, down there somewhere. And so yeah, I just killed the whole thing thanks to my camera. And that's it. So Dat, now that we have no picture on my side, what do you got next?
A bad case of the giggles. Thanks, Lance.
Yeah, no problem.
Well, tonight I'll be playing with Wifey until she. Shit. I'll be playing with Wifey until she goes to bed tonight, and then I'll probably load up again on BF3 for the remainder of the evening. Tomorrow, more than likely, we'll be playing a little bit of SWTOR and or BF3. It depends on how my day at work goes. BF3 tends to be my go-to when I don't have to work, or when I have to work, because I completely hate my job. I mean, I love my job. No, really. But no, when I have a bad night, I normally play BF3 because it's a good way to just chill out and have fun.
Lost Lanyard.
Lost Lanyard.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
logged out of the Google thing, which is going to completely fuck up my screen.
Yep.
Thank you, Lanyard.
Sorry, it's fucked up mine too. So and I can't put it back together again. We're too close to the end of the show. Screw it.
No worries, no worries. So as the video goes to crap on the live stream, and Lanyard freaks out, we will go ahead and sign out, guys. Thank you for following the channel if you do. Once again, remember, we are a channel brought to you by viewers and listeners like yourselves. So feel free to stop over at the nameinprogress1.podomatic.com to hit the PayPal button if you'd like to donate to the show. And any donations will be thanked you for. You can also, if you'd like to listen to just the audio to recap and find out how we sound when we're not directly interacting with the audience, feel free to head over to iTunes or the Podomatic site for your downloads and subscriptions. And if you do go to iTunes, feel free to leave a comment and review for us. Help us build up there. As always, Lanyard, Whitesword, and I would like to thank you for your support, and we will see you next week. Any words to go out on, guys?
Oh my gosh.
See you later.
I got shit to do. Going to outro.